target trade. Power trigger trade.
All right, I got an important, great video here on how we made 100% gains in large priced options in Apple. However, it wasn't just a green, amazing process. It was a choppy process. We were in gains. And I'm going to show some of the things I said, but really up to from Friday of last week, okay, when it was actually against us 40% at one time. However, today I closed out at greater than 100% gains. I want to show you the process, but let me show you here the plan here, February the 10th. I want to explain this, okay? So here you see the plan here. Apple is set up to test 180 to 185. The March 15, 170 or 175 calls could be used, right? I chose to use the you can see here, the 170 calls at the time were $525. It said Apple above 171, and this is a good buy from here, a high odds win. Well, that's what it was. It was a high odds win, right? However, unlike a lot of people, they talk about the sunshines and like making money in the markets is sunshine every day. It's not. But during the process of Apple making money, not making money, I was making great gains in stuff like BA. In fact, if you can see that video. I'm going to link that video. 300% gains in large price options in BA. The options were basically at $600. And we closed out the remaining runners at $2,100. So let me close this up here for you. And I'm going to show you the confirmation here. So we're going to go up here and we're going to go for the confirmation here. So here it is, February the 10th. I am going to use the March 15, 170 calls. And then here it is, February 11th. They confirmed on February 11th, right? Took an extra day. Apple confirming with the March 15, 170 calls at $560. So basically, this is what I paid for the options. And I will show you the outcome today, okay? And I'm going to show you what I said on Friday about Apple. And it was going against us, right? But just today, which is Tuesday, we are in great gains, and I'm going to show you that. These videos are documented processes, step by step, that the people in my group witness. So let me share you some things I shared on March the 7th. Like I said, we will go through some bad days and then good. But I assure you, with the right focus, we will kill it. When those times come, and they will come, you can trust me on that. BA, 5 winning plans in a row, all within CHOP is proof of that. That's right. So I have 5 winning plans in BA since December 2018, okay? Through different stages of the market. The market's been going up in a choppy pop manner, which I explained, okay? And on March the 7th, Apple was going against us temporarily. I says, for Apple, we are going to see if there is a bounce near 170, 150. If so, great. If not, I'm going to place stops. I will update on this. So basically, you know, Apple was putting us in gains, but I held the position based on my rules, right? And I've been through this before, and this is why we make our win rate so high, because you have to learn how to deal with situations. The market's never going to always be smooth, easy gains. It's not always like that, but there is a process. But when you have the proper process, you have your odds increase dramatically. But this is what I call adaptive thinking, and I'm going to show you more ways for you to help yourself. Okay, give me a second here. So here's some more comments, because on March the 7th, Apple doing well, looks good to give us gains, bounced well off support and is building. So here's March the 8th. Basically, when Apple had, still went against us, but had bounced support and held the rules. And of course, as you know, today's March the 12th. So on Monday, we already had great gains come back into the account right away. I said on March 8th, Apple, nice comeback today, because it held my rules. I told people we should hold, right? Even though it was against us, big picture winner that I am, with skill, and I know, I tell people the truth the way it is, the market, you have to learn how to take the good with the bad, but you have to stay focused. Anyways, Apple, nice comeback today. A very good sign to do well next week, along with BA. but BA should do the best for gains. Now, the difference with BA is that BA did not confirm on March the 8th, and became a different plan. But the key here is in this video, what I want to talk about is the Apple, okay? Because don't forget, we have 5 winning plans in BA, but this is the Apple, and where I'm talking about the Apple. So that was the last thing I said. So I've been making comments. I don't want to go through the whole process, but we were making money most of the times. It was a back and forth thing, but in the end, we left with greater than 100% gains. Let me show you what I'm talking about for Apple. All right, this is a snapshot of Apple. I'm going to show you that. I have to show you some more things, the updates for today. Sorry, I'm going to show you today, but let me show you here. So I'm going to go to the updates so you can see. This is March the 12th, okay, at 10 a.m. Okay, March the 12th. So you got to go on your charts, March the 12th. And of course, Apple has hit a high of over 180. I think it's 183. I have to go take a look. But what I want you to see here is that these are the March. See, this is March 15. These are the March 170 calls, and they hit a high of $1,275. So that's greater than 100% gains on your money, right? That's more than doubling your money, a little bit more than doubling your money, maybe 110%, something like that. So let me show you some of the comments that I made today holding this, though. I want to show you some step-by-step. There's more to this that I got to show you. So I want to talk about March 11 here. I'm going to talk about March 11 here. So Apple options are 870. This is step by step. Now it looks good to see 11 or higher this week. It is a good thing I did not listen to the stock clown. I'm talking about a guy, you know, kind of a guy who doesn't have any clue about the market, about the SPY, no skill. Make sure people to leave some that trolling clown, because that guy trolls me some messages. Anyways, this is despite the point. So anyways, here it is. March 11. Apple options are at 9. Now, keep in mind on Friday, they were at 350. See? People see this, right? Also, people, do not forget to make comments on SPY Apple Post. Okay, this is, again, people that are active. I mentioned I tell them things. So let me show you something. So as I'm making this video, it's March the 12th. And right now, at the time, the stops were at 8. You can see the updates I made. I did this as a demonstration for this video. Apple stops for March 19 170 calls are now 850. Again, I'm looking to get 11 to 12. Okay. And then here, Apple stops on my March 19 170 calls are now 950. And then again, I was walking it up because my targets were to get, like I said, I had said 11 to 12, even actually changed to 13, but I ended up with 12 though. Apple stops a bit more than 12. Apple stops for the March 19 170 calls are now at 1050. The options have hit a high of 1150. Okay, this is 2 hours ago. Now, 2 hours ago was, you know, around 10 o'clock, around 11 o'clock or something. I'm not sure how. I'm looking at my time here. But again, these are posts that were made on March the 12th, right? I showed you the options where how high they went, and that's the time. You can see the timestamp if you go back in the video. You can see the timestamp. I'll show you right now, actually. Oh, damn, I don't have that up here. So Apple stops for the March 19 170 calls at 11. I moved them up. Then I moved them up to 1120. This is constantly moving them up, right? Because I was seeing the action. We were also in the April. I'm not going to talk about the April calls that we made money in as well. Okay, so here it is. Apple for my March 15 170 call stops are now 12, as Apple is at 182.40 and the options are now at 1260. Just another powerful step-by-step lesson, and you all witness this with deep focus, greater than 100% gains plus winning more with my April calls up. Okay, so basically there you go. So give me 1 second here. So by the snapshot, by around 11:10 p.m., right? These options that were, again, they even before that, okay, they were I would say 1050 to be exact, something like in that time frame. These options were trading at the, they went as high as pretty close to 1300. They went higher than what you see here, but that's about it. Then they pulled back. I took all the profits at this point. Got stopped out around $1,220 an option. But regardless, that's greater than 100% gains. Okay, it did take 1 month for this Apple trade, but in the meantime, we were making gains in stuff like BA. Let me show you something here. So again, you can see this is the time. This again is March the 12th. So if you look at your charts for Apple, you have to look at March the 12th. Okay, so I will close. Give me 1 second here. All right, this is Power Trick or Trade. Confirmation is key. If you want to become a member inside of Power Group Trades, you need to study this pinned tweet video. Okay. Also over here, you'll also find a link. If you don't see me pointing this, you'll also see a link on Power Trick or Trade to my YouTube channel, and we're gonna click that. So I click that, and this is Power Target Trades. What you want to do, for example, this BA video, okay. This is the video. Well, we were making and not making money in Apple. We were making great gains in BA, right? In other plans, okay. And so it's a management thing, right? You know, it's a management thing as well, okay. Also study my created playlist, a wealth of great information. But this video here, I'm going to link it in this video for you to see. I suggest you study it. I suggest you study my created playlist. I'm also a health and wealth expert. So it's both metrics, not just for making money. Making money is one thing in life, but without health, you have nothing. Again, I got some great videos. There's some motivation. You can see my motivation section over here, but there's some videos that explain, and I'll be doing more of those in the future. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Study my creative playlist, and you know, check out that pin tweet video. And I will see you on the other side. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll see at the end of the video a picture of me in a circle format. Simply click on it. It's going to give you an easy way to subscribe. I'll see you on the other side.
Power Target Trades. Power Trick or Trade.